So I'm Laura. I've been in Aberdeen for quite a few, 5 to 6 years now. But yeah, I work at RGU now for their student union. We run some really great environmental programs, some really meaningful volunteering opportunities, I would say, for everyone there. But yeah, we do a lot of community work basically, just trying to get communities together to think about climate action from different points of view. So very similar in a way to what you're doing today, looking at it from different perspectives and thinking outside the box a little bit. Yeah, so actually I'm very much a people person. I definitely think if it's anything that inspires me, it'll be other people. So I work with students a lot, and I used to before as well. And I think there's just so much energy and so much dynamic there with young people trying to, like I said, get together and figure things out. And especially in the field that we work in, you have to be really creative, I think, to appeal to audiences that would actually never think about what climate change means for them in their lives. So yeah, it's definitely people and having a purpose, I think, a very important purpose. That's a very big inspiration point for me. Yeah, I think it's definitely like one of its biggest selling points is that it's a very inclusive atmosphere. I mean, everyone genuinely feels like they can come along, have an opinion, they will be listened to, and everyone else in the team will try to make it happen. So it is, I hope, because I'm trying my best to spread the word, it is, I hope, easy enough to come along to. And like I said, most of the projects that we do are open to the community, so we are trying to get all of those fields of life and generations together. So it definitely does some really quirky stuff. Not just today, but if you remember, I think it was about a year ago when it was a festival in the city where they dressed up the statues and just changed them. Like it was look again, yeah, look again, and they just changed them completely, put new dresses on them, maybe added a few elements that weren't there before. That's really quirky, and I think it got a lot of traction. And so did all the events, the late night events that they used to have at the art gallery. So yeah, I think there's definitely something there about is bringing very original things through stuff that I genuinely, never saw in other cities before. I think, again, looking at it through a marketing perspective, perhaps is something that I do for a job. I think there's definitely a gap there to be filled between putting on these really high quality events and perhaps people even knowing that they're on. So yeah, there's a very popular misconception, unfortunately, that there's not a lot going on in Aberdeen. And I think it's a shame because it's not true. But if it could improve from that perspective, I think it would be a genuine benefit to everyone in the community to change their that misconception that I talked about. Am I allowed to say it? I would genuinely point them through one of the projects that our own students started, actually. It's something that's, again, quite original and quirky. It's a cafe. It's student run. That's not the original part. There's fortunately many of them, but it's a zero waste one. So it's completely rethinking how you procure and cook food. And I think cooking food together is very underplayed. I think it brings people together like very few other things do. And so every Friday there's a cafe on, but every Friday there's also an event to go along with it. So it's kind of like, come for the food, stay for the other stuff. And I think it puts people already in the mindset that, okay, I've got a place to go on Fridays, I'll see something different every time. So it's something to both look forward to and to inspire you to think, oh, what new things can I bring in my life? So for me as well, that's a very huge inspiration, but I see it on sort of the faces of the people who come through at our cafe, and It's called the Go Green Cafe. It's in the Trieste Community Center every Friday, 6 to 8. So that's what I meant before, that it's one of those things trying to bring communities together. It's a community center, so of course everyone is welcome.